Good evening, everyone. It's Jazz. It's the West Ham Minds channel. It's the transfer window final day bonanza. Well, it is for some clubs. Certainly not ours. Let's just get down to it. Let's cut the crap out. And it's a shit show from the club once again. How many windows does it take for this club not to do things the right way? We lost 7-8 players in the summer. We didn't buy anyone in probably 3 out the previous 6-7 windows. Then the manager's blaming why he had to buy so many in the same window. Then blaming whoever why they came in so late and why pre-season was a complete shit show. Why we used the first 6 games as a pre-season because no one was prepared. And we know we're going to lose 7 or 8 more players this summer. And this window, again, as far as I'm concerned, it's another complete waste. Do they not know there's only 2 windows in the season, in a year, and you can't fall asleep for at least one of the windows, right? Yeah, it's too very difficult to do any signings in January. No, Mr. David Moyes, it isn't. You've got a scouting team there now. And let's face it, we all got tough jobs. When it's your job, 2 windows in the year, go and find some players, send some people all across the continent, go and see some matches, mate, instead of going on holiday. Do your job. This great club of ours is in the bottom 5. It's in real trouble of going down. We've seen today, last couple of days ago, teams like Southampton, Bournemouth, really giving it a good go because they know how serious it is. If you go down, you don't know if you're going to come up, right? The fixtures are appalling, right? We've given David Moyes 10-11 reasonably okay fixtures to get something, and there's been hardly any points on the board. The least you could have done is, okay, defensively we're okay only because we stick 10 people behind the ball and we don't concede a lot, right? We're very slow at passing it around, zipping it about, counter-attacking, no such word. Creativity, scoring goals is an issue. Skamaka's injured. Even when he's fit, he's not played the right way. Danny Ings, Sod's Law, wasn't injured for 5 years and gets injured 30 seconds into playing for us, gets a knock straight away. Doesn't that tell you that to get out of the trouble, you need goals and creativity? For one reason or another, it just doesn't work out for Benrahma. In a number of games, he flashes it now and again, and I'm not going to go into it, particularly in this show, whose fault that is, whether it's his relationship with him, whether it's the confidence thing personally with him, whether David Moyes needs to put arm around him. I'm not going to go into that kind of detail in this show, right? All I can say is that long term, he hasn't been given a number of games, and the few games that he does get, it's a bit up and down, right? Paqueta, £53 million. I haven't seen £53 million worth of anything, to be honest. Again, I'm not going to go into blaming him. I'm not going to go into who bought him. I don't know. It's not the fans' duty of care. We love our club. We pay money to watch our club, or give up our time to watch the club if we don't go to the games. The football's for past 12 calendar months, ladies and gentlemen, the football's been shit. 7-8 signings came through the window. None of them at all, apart from Agard, which is again only a number of games, none of them have improved us. They're all injured. They're all out of form. Who does that blame? Where does the blame come to, right? The window opened in January. You're meant to be, I reckon, as soon as the summer window shuts, the scouts should be on it, that we're going to get in there. Look at Klopp, always first signing, January the 1st, through the door. Bang, 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 right? 3 tough games. We've got Newcastle, Chelsea, Spurs. All of these teams, probably the 3 biggest teams in the windows, really giving it large. Spurs fans have a go at Daniel Levy. They're doing it, trying to sign 40 million player here and there. Dan Juma came there, that, probably said no to us, didn't want to play for David Moyes. It just goes on and on and on. And what I would have done in this window at a minimum, get a striker in, get a creative player in, because I would not want to rely on Benrahma Paqueta to create goals, or Lanzini, or Fornells in the shit that we're in at the moment. Go for loan signings. We haven't made any effort to use a loan market. Look at the biggest slap in the face, that Moffy guy. You might not know this. Moffy has gone to Nice on loan, everyone. He stuck 2 fingers to West Ham and he's gone to Nice on loan. If we can't attract that kind of player, I think it's David Moyes. No one wants to play for him. They probably don't know too much about him. Any half-decent player that comes to us, he's not happy. No progress, nothing made, right? I wouldn't call it a sinking ship, but listen, there's loads of players that I reckon in the summer, if David Moyes is still here, they're going to go, mate. Rice, probably the first one. Bowen shortly after that. And Tony wants a final paycheck. I'd personally drive him there. And again, like I said, we're going to lose 7, 8 players, right? And why wouldn't you at least bring a few more in so that your summer, you don't try to do too much in one window? It's crazy. They don't learn. It's nuts. It's incredible. And what we link with today, a 17-year-old kid from Ireland. Nothing personal against the lad. Come on. We've got to do better than that. Ashby has totally pissed me off, the Ashby thing, right? I don't care what's gone on with him and Moyes. The club need to look at it, but what's that statement all about? Thank you, West Ham United. Thank you to the coaches. I'm really happy to be at Newcastle. You can stick that message up your backside, mate. Right? That is embarrassing for West Ham United, what's happened with Ashby. And from Ashby's point of view, we don't want no statement from you, mate. Go to Newcastle. Go there with his Saudi Arabian cash. Good luck to you. I probably would have done the same as you. But we don't take the piss out of us. We don't need thanks from you, mate. Just get out there and do what you have to do, mate. The Bulls seriously need to have a chat with Moyes. The youngsters are all walking out the door one by one. We go 2-0 up at Derby yesterday, and that striker Mbemba, why doesn't he come on? It seriously is mind-boggling. It's scratching. A lot of you might not know that the Super League, the people in the courts were fighting the Super League. They've actually more or less passed the court thing. So if the Super League comes up again, all these big people like the Premier League, FIFA, UEFA, they will not be in a position legally to ban or fine these clubs. They can go and have the Super League. So what they're doing now, they got the court clearance. They're going to get their case together again, get the teams again together, get a much more tighter case, more organised, more funding. Super League's happening, mate. Right? That's another thing. And if I was David Sullivan and I own a club that isn't going to be part of the Super League or making no effort to be part of the Super League, I'd sell the club quickly, mate. Because you're relying on Sky money or whatever. That's all going to dry up if you're not in the Super League, mate. It's going to be a right shit show, mate. I'm telling you. And they're not going to ask the fans about it. They're going to go and do it. Right? Champions League, when they made it, didn't ask the fans. Any format of the game they changed, didn't ask the fans. It's going to happen, right? And Newcastle obviously going to be part of it when they weren't when it first was spoken about, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago. But going back to West Ham again, Ashby, absolutely embarrassing, found a fullback after ages. Absolutely crazy. All right, Shelvey, might not be for you, but I'd rather have someone in the squad than not. We used to have a laugh before when we used to buy so many players. But listen, it's all about numbers, especially at West Ham with the injuries. Shelvey's okay in the middle. He's got something about him. He's a West Ham fan. I know he's the wrong side of 30, but I'd rather have him in there, right? Available option. European competition coming up. We're still in the FA Cup. I'd rather have him in than not have anyone in there, right? Look at St. Maxine Newcastle. He's not getting the game. Knock on the door. Make a deal happen. Tillemans, no one went for him. Sandenberg, right back, CDM, all in one, a bit utility player, if anything, a bit more like a David Moyes player. Go knock on the door, give them something that they want, It's just absolutely one thing after the other, really, with our club. And with the window, not long to go before it closes. Very, very happy to have Danny Ings on board. And I kept telling the fans, it's a good signing because we need 4 strikers at our club. Now we've got 2. And they were like, no, we don't want him, all those kind of things. And I'm like, look at it now. We've got no one else in, mate. Just be happy that someone came in, right, with this manager and whatever they do behind the scenes to get people in. I don't want anyone. I'm happy with my squad. It's become a joking statement, that is, from David Moyes. You guys can celebrate the Derby win. It's up to you. I nearly fell asleep, mate. It's just boring. It's slow. And you've probably forgotten that was a first division team yesterday without their leading goal scorer. And we probably looked about the same, They could have had a little bit. We could have had a bit more. By no means did we completely rip them apart with wonderful one-touch football and all that kind of stuff, mate. It was just okay. But, and then again, if some of the signings in the summer haven't worked out, ship them out. Don't just sit there waiting for something. Don't wait there waiting Moyes for Paqueta to wake up. If you haven't seen nothing in the last 5-6 months, what's the chances of it happening now? If anything, it's going to get worse because the weather's going to get worse. I'm not about to say the pitch is going to get more muddy and heavier. They're not. But if you're not up for it when you first join the club for one reason or another, whether that's the manager trying to motivate or provide a really good plan for the incoming player or the other way around, it ain't going to happen now, mate. Look at the fixtures, mate. We are in the shit, mate. There's hard fixtures coming up, right? And some of these new signings or the current people better wake up. And Tony has been all right last 2 games, but I'll be honest, half of that is about the 2 clubs that are after him, whether here or in the summer. He's waiting for that one final move in his career before he retires. He's already wealthy due to the big fat contract we've given him. And it's just natural. He's humanity. It's the modern footballer. Look at Ashley. There's no loyalty, nothing anywhere. It's money, right? And don't give me that. I mean, if they had any ambition, they would have got Poch in October, given him some money, and we would have had a plan. Look at Newcastle. Look at their manager. We know exactly the way they play, and all the players that he's attracting, they fit that puzzle. It's easy. It's simple. Find a way, find a philosophy you like, then go out and buy a player who'll fit that puzzle, and you know he will. Not some of the players we sign, we don't know who they are, how they play, how they're going to fit in, because it looks like they're not David Moyes type of players, or they're not going to play in that right position. It's a joke. Absolute joke. And you can see the future of the game, and I keep barking on about investing in fullbacks, investing in wing-backs. That's your width. That's the way you can play 3 different formations. It helps. But no. We've got the worst set of fullbacks in the whole league, and no one came in. Not even one fullback in this window. Dawson's gone. Zuma's injured all the time. We've got 2 strikers that are injured. Cornet ain't going to come back this season. Mate, that is a risk. And again, I'll say it, David Moyes, why should he care? They go down, they don't go down. He's going to get his £7 million payoff. We're going to suffer. West Ham back to the Championship. Can't attract anyone. Too late, mate. Absolutely too late for anything. I am absolutely shocked why this keeps happening again and again and again. This window, or any windows, because again, only 2 windows, let me repeat, they are valuable windows. Don't just sit there smoking a cigar or just acting stuck up and stupid, thinking you don't need anyone. We need as much help as we can. Get the numbers through the door. Use the loan market. Mix it up a bit. Get people in who perhaps aren't getting a look at another team, but it makes sense to bring them in. You even bought Lingard in, Moisey, and you saw the change. We nearly got in the Champions League, but you again stubbornly didn't buy anyone else in that window, like a Rice replacement. You know what a good January window can do. Stop saying I don't need anyone. It's hard. It's a hard time to buy. It ain't. Get the checkbook out. Start talking to the players in November. You know everyone gets tapped up. But I'm just sick of it all the time. Seriously. Let's just see what happens. Nothing else to talk about today. No excitement. No new players coming in that easily can lift us again. You know, that's what lifts fans, lifts players, lifts the training ground. New people coming through the door, carrying no baggage. Hopefully confident. Hopefully got that spark in them, like Lingard did it as an example, and many other signings in previous windows of West Ham United, Ibrahim Bar, and all those people you remember. I am really worried now. It's very close at down there, and other clubs have made a bit of an effort. I know we spent a lot of money in summer, I get that, but what I'm saying is use the loan market. Free up some numbers. Some of the players that are due to be released in the summer, get rid of them now. Discuss some kind of payoff for them. Get rid of them. Put them on loan somewhere else. Lanzini, have a word with him, earning loads and loads of money for no reason. Kafal wanted to go, didn't he? Let him go. Bring someone in young. It's a joke. They're not able to, as a club, West Ham United, think outside the box. At a worst, buy someone, loan him back to their club, knowing that in summer that's one signing already in. Look at Tielemans. He's gonna be a 3. I would even do a deal again. Leicester can have him, even though they're in the same kind of area as us in the league. Buy Tielemans, get the deal done, loan him back, but you don't have to fight with 15 clubs because he's free. Think outside the box. Do what's best for your club. You know, you got to mix it up a bit. You know, and dare I say it, even with Paqueta, I know it's a bit stupid of me, but if you can swap him for someone, you can do some kind of deal where you free up 30, 40 million and go again. You know, speak to Gallagher, get him outside his club. Speak to some other defenders not getting games. You know, I know some of them are not very good, but there are a lot of players out there. Maguire could do half a job. I know he doesn't want to come, but listen, that's what they all say. Have a word, make them feel wanted. And I keep repeating myself, half the players we used to sign in history, like particularly John, they never wanted to join West Ham anyway. They go, when we sat down to have that meeting with the manager, we had it in our minds we didn't want to sign for West Ham. And that had nothing most of the time to do with where we were in the league or what we was. It was more to do with geography, settling in. They go, once we spoke to the manager, he explained the ideas, how are we going to, blend into the team. They walked out and they couldn't wait to sign for West Ham. What David Moyes does, when the player just wants to talk to the manager about the club, he doesn't want to talk to them. Onana was a prime example. Lampard, how the hell was Lampard able to sell Everton to Onana instead of West Ham, who were in Europe? It's shambles. It's shocking. That Moffy guy going on loan. It's embarrassing, right? Players, time and time again, picking clubs not as big as West Ham, right? And we are still in Europe. But no, we don't show the hunger. We don't sell the club to them in the right way that we should. It's a two-way thing. I know you say, why should we have to sell West Ham? A lot of people don't know about West Ham. Look at our training facilities. You've got to speak to them, feel them wanted, give them, and then, yeah, they would want to know how you're going to use this because they're worried how David Moyes is basically messing up everyone's careers at the moment, right? So you just have to do that. Right, yeah, no manager's change. He's still here, still same football, still drodding along, and some fans think it's going good. Good luck to you guys, mate. But for me, that's the end. We'll do a couple more shows tomorrow, the day after, if anything exciting is happening at the club, and God, it hasn't for a while. And again today, we go down the same alley, really. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. West Ham Minds channel, Jazz, with his new microphone, trying it out, see how it goes next couple of days. But yeah, take care. Not going to say go to sleep, whatever, respect to David Gold, but yeah, I don't think anything is coming in, and the window shuts a tad early than it used to. It used to be go on till about midnight. Then some deals were like announced in the morning that had gone through after midnight. Now it's a strict 11 o'clock evening shut off. So yeah, keep watching and come on you irons, spend some money. It's getting serious. Take care, everyone. It's Jazz.